or ask me, in your early days, how did you tackle capital fund needing for your deals, like funds needed for down payment, closing, etc.? Very good question, PK. So what I really miss, as you all know, or probably know, I'm on the board of TRIA. TRIA is a nonprofit organization. And what I see there is I really miss the skill of networking. And what I mean with that is, when I got started, I knew that in a deal you needed three things. You need a deal, you need the money, and you need time. Well, I had time, and often I could find a deal, but I never had money because, as you all know, I was on food stamps when I got started. So I would focus on connecting with people that had a deal and that had money. So any meetup I would go to, I would get everybody's business cards. Everybody would get my business card. And the next morning, I would send everybody an email thanking them for the time and can they go for coffee with me? And that's how I raise capital. If you're raising capital, you want to make sure that you're very loyal in the beginning. The lender is taking a tremendous risk to invest in you as a newbie, right? So don't expect that you're going to get the same rates as you're going to get at the bank. You're going to pay a little bit more, and that is fine. You just have to calculate the interest into your deal. When I got started, I paid 8% annually, and I paid 50% on the back end.
Okay.
So let's talk about that same property again that I purchased in Durham. If I purchased a property for $60,000 and put $40,000 worth of work in it, and it was worth $200,000, 8% over $100,000 is $8,000 per year. So I paid $8,000 in interest per year, which, I'm only blonde, so I'm going to get a calculator out. 8,000 divided by 12, that was $666 per month. My rent was $950, so I was cash flowing that property. And 50% on the back end, that means the lender is in it for $100,000. The property is worth $200,000. I am giving up 50% of that equity. So I'm giving up $50,000 on the back end, right?
Okay.
Very generous of me, but that's also how I was able to purchase 172 rental units, right? Of course, now I use banks and other stuff. But when you want to get started, the hardest thing you do in real estate is getting started. Once that train rolls, when that train is going, you're like, where was all this money and all these deals at when I was trying to get started?